Good morning, good morning. Trying something a little different today. It is Thursday, April 13th, 2023, and I'm home. I'm home at the opening of the bell. Ding, 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 ding. Here we go. Here we go. So I wanted to check in live just to see what's happening. I'm not going to be at the gym until this afternoon with kid three because old Sparkle, old lady landlord, she's looking at a property this morning at 9 a.m. So, she's got to get all dolled up for everything that she does in public. That's why I call her Sparkle Barbie. So she had to get ready. We didn't have enough time to go to the gym and do our normal routine. So I will be working out with kid three this afternoon when he gets home from school. He's a freshman in high school. And here we are, S&P 500 SPY, the ETF trust, currently at 409.26. And you can see some of the action that has been going on. So this would have been pre-market, these moves here. So it closed at what yesterday? Let's see if we can find that time. Time can do so much now. So this is all pre-market. It closed at 408 something or other yesterday at the end of the day, and now it's trying to fight for its right to party. Currently at 409.35. Wanted to give you an update on, let's see here, update on some of the action. I was attempting or thinking about making a move on Costco yesterday at the end of the day, but if you did watch that video, I had to run off to a meeting, and while I was waiting for that meeting to begin, I went ahead and pulled up the old Robin Hood on my phone and did in fact sell a put on Costco. So let's review that right here and right now. So let's see. Oh, what's going on here? So Costco, whoa, that is going to work in our favor, isn't it? So far, so good already on this trade. Yesterday, Costco was down nearly $10 bills, and we entered, where is it? It's right in front of your face, Bart. That's where it's at. We entered this 465 put yesterday before the bell tolled, and it expires May 12th. Okay, we sold it yesterday, so 30 days out, and we were able to collect a premium of $430. So that's not, it's not a huge number on the Swatch watch when we get out the abacus. Boop, boop, boop. If we get out the Swatch, that's not the Swatch watch, it's the abacus. $430 collected on a what, 465 strike, so $46,500. That equals just under 1%, and that's a 30-day trade. So we divide it by 30 and then multiply it by 365. So it's only 11.25%, and that's two times in a row that you have struck out on your Costco trade according to your percentage return rule. You're probably right. I don't know why I'm using the same voice to talk to myself, but you are right. The last two Costco trades have been in the low percentage return as compared to the 20% plus that we like to get in our Fantasyland math. But my thought was the same as last time, which is if this takes a couple of green bounces, I can get out of this trade quickly and, just put some dollar bills in my pocket. So let's get into this trade just to see what it's showing us right now. Now, not, almost no time has expired on this, so it's probably not amazing yet. However, I mean, it has this huge bid and ask to close this. So say I was able to close that right now at 360, that should be reasonable to close at 360. Then that would leave $70 net profit in just overnight. But we'll let that thing ride, see how Costco does today. But I wanted to check in live on that position, get another look at the SPY. Already has gapped down. Told my wife this morning, I said at the open, because I'm going to be home, I am thinking about going in on a call credit spread because I think it's going to be near 410. And obviously I should have done that. according to what's happening right now, because it was at 409.67 and then just all the way went down to 408.85, but now back up to 408.99, 98, trying to get back over 409. The mornings are always volatile. There it goes. It just rocketed up 409.24. So that's what's interesting about the mornings. They have a lot more volatility, a lot more ups and downs. That's why I typically wait till around 10:30 Central Standard Time to put on the 0 day to expiration trade. But I have an idea in my pocket today, because the last couple SPY trades I've made it actually at the end of the day for the expiring on the following day. So I might be looking at testing out a new strategy to possibly go along with our 0 day. Could be considered the 1 day, but it's going to be at the end of the day to try to catch as much of the overnight theta as possible on fairly conservative trades. So that is the SPY. What else did we do? So we also made a move on Amazon yesterday, right at the end of the day. What's Amazon doing? I have no idea. What is the Amazon doing? Down? Nope, there it is. Whoa, up today almost 2%. So that is working on our favor as well. Here is, where is it? Was that the trade? Where's our other? Oh, there it is. Just give it some time. Be patient. You got that tree internet, that satellite dish nailed into your tree out on the back 40. The tree line to the south of my house is where we have our satellite. Is when the satellite internet people came out, and it's a local company with a pretty good reputation. They're like, yeah, we're not getting a strong enough signal from your roof. So I'm sorry, at this time, we're going to be unable to allow access. We don't want to sell you an internet that doesn't work. And I said, well, I own this whole 40 acres here. If you were to look at that south tree line, even if we had to cut a tree down in order to accommodate the satellite signal, is that something that can be done? So that's what we did. And it was about 3 or 4 years ago. But that internet cost me almost $200 a month. And you saw, if you watched the video that I did the internet speed test in real time, you saw that I have very dreadful upload speeds. So as far as YouTube videos are concerned, I have to use this backdoor hack with the Vidyard, what is this called? Screen recorder. It is a free Chrome extension, but I pay for the premium, which is still very inexpensive, to be able to record unlimited number of videos. And then essentially those are uploaded through Vidyard to the YouTube channel. So that is my workaround. There you go, off on a tangent again. It's just me and you talking. It's 8:41 a.m. here, Central Standard Time. Sunny day, beautiful sunny day, starting out currently in the low 50s, but it's supposed to get up to probably 72, 73 degrees today. So I'll take that. So here is the trade we entered yesterday at the end of day. Okay, $89 put on the Amazonian. That expires at the end of April, right? So that's only a 2-week trade. And we collected $212 bills. And right now, to close it, would roughly be what? We put the 2 contracts in there. You'd be looking at $168. So there's already some profit currently. Now, that could change, of course, on a dime at any time. Amazon could travel back downtown to Chinatown, but it looks like we might be experiencing a green day, possibly all day today. So very nice. What else is going on here? Let's look at the trades in general. Looks like that doesn't look right. That should be much higher after all the risk I took off the table. What if we did the old refresh? Is that going to give me a new number? Let's have a new number. Oh, there you go. You called it, Bart. You're just so smart. $772,000, currently collecting 4.4% interest. And I think I told you yesterday, I checked in with TD Ameritrade, and they told me that they pay 0.35% interest on money just sitting around in the old settlement account. So, no, 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 not yet. Not yet on TD Ameritrade, but I do want to get into Thinkorswim their Thinkorswim system. So I did open a free account yesterday, which is like a 60-day trial where you can trade paper money. So they give you $200,000 in paper money. That's called like what? Monopoly money? Yeah, but you don't get $200 for pass and go. But I was going to try to learn how to use this system because the trading tools are so much more in depth for the active trader on Thinkorswim as in comparison to the Robinhood, because Robinhood is very basic. But you know what I like? I like that 4%, 4.4% interest and $0 on the trades, whereas TD Ameritrade, they charge 65 cents per trade. But they did tell me they would review my account after 1 year. And if I do a lot of trades, they would negotiate that 65 cents per contract down. So we'll see. I might move some money over there just to mitigate some of the risk, from having all of this account here. I do have an account at Vanguard, a brokerage account, and a retirement account. And I do trade options in both of those, but at a much slower pace than I do here on Robinhood, just because using Vanguard for options is like sending smoke signals up. It's like, oh, it's just not built for traders and options whatsoever. I do love Vanguard as a company, and I, feel extremely secure with my money there. Whereas Robinhood, nah, not as secure, in my honest and accurate opinion. So let's look at what we got here. What is happening with these calls? Our plan going into this week was to allow for as many of these calls to be assigned as possible, and then to just reinstate the wheel strategy. Like, for instance, excuse me, for instance, on the Citigroup, we've got a $47 call, and uh, they just crashed through that number at 47.02. Now, will that hold up through the expiration of Friday? Possibly. We'll find out, won't we? Because I think Citi is reporting earnings. Is it Friday? Let's find out. If it's Friday, Citi going to report on Friday. Let's take a look. And I'll sip some nice black hot coffee here. Out of my Ember mug, it is a rechargeable battery operated heated mug for my incredible amount of coffee swilling consumption that goes on throughout the day. I like my coffee how I like my women. Ba-dum-bum. Your dad jokes are incredible. They are, but look at Citigroup. Let it ride, baby. Let it ride. Earnings date on the 14th, so that is indeed Friday. And there's a handful of banks. I believe JP Morgan and a handful of others is on Friday, and then Bank of America's next week. So it'll be very interesting to see what the big banks report going into this round of the earnings season. I know that who just reported? Delta reported yesterday, right? Delta Airlines. And from what I know, they had a good forecast going forward, and their stock should be up, and it is not. There's so much for your prognostication. Yeah, you're right. Where's my crystal ball at? It is downtown to Chinatown. So they were up. Okay, so you're right. They were up at the beginning of the day, and they've already bounced. Watch me bounce. What does it say about their earnings? So travel demand, the outlook for summer is strong, according to Delta CEO. Isn't the travel outlook for summer always strong? Except maybe during the COVID. Airlines with best airfare trade down as fuel prices rise. Will have relative prosperity. Let's see what our friends at Love are doing. There's Love right there. Down today 20 cents. American Airlines up. United Airlines up. Carnival Cruises and Royal Caribbean up just a bit. Just a bit. My computer's making that humming noise again. I keep forgetting to check on the videos if that sound is coming through. Hopefully it is not. But according to my new Mr. Microphone here, hopefully my sound has improved on your end now that I am away from using my iPhone 2 headset to create the recording. So there we have that. So City, I'm good to go. If it gets called away on Friday, we'll just keep an eye on things, put that money into our pocket, the profit on that. Same with Coterra, Coca-Cola, same. Our entry on Coca-Cola was 59 and change on our cost basis. These Bank of America calls will almost certainly expire at full profit because they're not even at 29, are they? No, they're at, so Bank of America currently at 28.47. I like Bank of America long term, big picture. And my cost basis is like almost $34, I think. So that's, I got my hand caught in the old financial crisis, not whatever you want to call it. Is it a crisis? Not a crisis yet, but the financial scare that has gone on in the regional banks got my hand caught in the cookie jar with Bank of America. As you can see, my cost basis is 33.90. Well, why would you sell calls at 32? Well, because I felt comfortable that it wasn't going to be assigned and I would continue to hold those shares. Where is it? There it is. So the 32, see, I still got these 33 puts out there. So that's danger, Will Robinson. We might have to adjust that trade or just happen and get into selling more calls on it, because if these banks start reporting good earnings, if they're able to at least hit expectations on earnings per share and revenue, then we should see a nice little bump up. Nothing extreme, but a nice little bump up in these big banks, because, those are the banks that people have run to from the regionals and added billions and billions of dollars in deposits to JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, Citigroup, Wells Fargo, etc. So got all those calls going. So that's all we have for this week is these three right here, all calls, and I'm fine with all of them being called away. And then on April 21st, we've got these Citigroup puts in danger. I might let that just happen, but we'll see, because if Citi reports good earnings and a good outlook, a good forecast, then Citi's going to go above 47.50 and these will not be assigned. So that's what we got going for us there. Anything else look interesting? These Devon puts, they look interesting, but that's only because of continuous rolls. So they're still in trouble there. They're still taking gas essentially because those puts are above the current share price. The EOG, we were down with the EOG and we rolled that to that 122.50, collected more premium and rolled it up to a nice profit because we're in at EOG at a really nice number. Ford, you can take that if you want. You can call the way. I'm fine with it. Johnson & Johnson at 165. I'm good there. What's Johnson & Johnson currently at? It's at it's approaching 164. So I would just wait for, if these get called away, I'll wait for a red day, sell some puts, and then just spin that wheel of fortune, looking out for the next dividend as well. So that is very nice. 63 Coke, that can go. 33 Loves, that can go. Even AT&T, which I love the dividend of Verizon and AT&T, but I've got a nice cost basis on both of those. So if you want to take them, take them. Tyson, we got the chicken bones right there. Tyson at 55. It shows that it's at 98.5, but we looked at this before and the bid and ask has been wide. So it's kind of a misleading number. Look at that. 0 to 10. That's a big width on a expiration of 421. So that will probably just let it ride out into the sunset on the Tyson. We don't own any Tyson, right? How do you not know? I don't know. I just don't. Sometimes I get confused as to what's happening in my IRA account, what's happening in my Vanguard brokerage account, and then what also is happening here. So what is the open interest on this son of a gun? Let's see. So there's very little action on it, and that's why the bid and ask is so widespread at this moment. We're not in any danger here. It's at 61.14. Tyson doesn't move very much typically. And what we did is we sold those puts when it was down, didn't we? So we It wasn't a big premium either, was it? $70, but that's okay. $70 on a $55 put. We'll take that. So that's our opening. Let's go back to SPY and just see if we are looking at a position. Did we miss it again? No, we didn't. I was looking for it to be, if we can bounce above this Bollinger Band, which is showing 409.54, if we can bounce above that Bollinger Band, then we would probably enter a 0 day. Let's take a look at the current premium on the SPY with my little eye, because we have the advantage at this moment compared to when I normally make these trades of time. We have a little bit more time that can then immediately begin to erode. So if we trade SPY options, you know what I like? I like that call side. It doesn't mean I'm not going to start trading puts, because I really have kind of an experiment formulating in my bouncy brain that I might be implementing. So right now at the 412, that would be where I would look to enter at this very moment, because that's still showing at nearly 91% on the chance of profit with a delta under 10. Okay. Because if you go up here, it's just there's no premium there. None yet. There'd be none yet premium. 412. So let's keep an eye on that, because if we can get back up to that number we were talking about, just at the top of this Bollinger Band, 409.54, which can easily happen. It really can easily happen at any time. But you're seeing some big moves, like these big reds and the big green, big red. So there we have it. That is our update. Not entering a SPY trade. Wanted to let you know what I did at the end of business, off camera, as they say, on Costco. That's looking pretty good. And the Amazon trade looking very nice. So far, so good. I'll be back soon with some moves. Talk to you then.